let you know.
What was your drunken tweets?
Just a couple of people today. I dropped in on someone else's stream and then they started ranting about how much they loved watching from 9 years ago. And then like an hour later I get a tweet from someone going, I'm drunk and I just wanted to say you and the crew are the best. I fucking love it.
Sure. Oh, that's sweet.
Okay, absolutely.
Do you want to do the official opening?
All right.
Okay.
Hit it.
Well, it's not like anything special, but...
Is there music?
No.
Oh,
We can make music.
There's nothing
Can you
yet.
sing?
no.
No.
You don't want to hear that.
We got to work on consistently just recording it before we add the bells and whistles.
One step at a time. Baby steps.
That's it.
Well, we do always open... This is Maz from Extremebeyond.
Howdy. Is this close enough? Do we know?
Yeah, you'll be louder than all of us. So
Oh, cool.
as long as it just sits on the edge of the thing, it'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Even that'll be fine. Yeah.
Perfect. Hi, it's me.
The way we opened up in the last couple is a series of rapid fire questions. It's just the
Yes.
last thing you did.
I saw the 20 minutes of the rapid fire.
Yeah.
First episode.
Well, maybe you can do it quicker. What was the last game you played?
Finished Pikuniku, which was awesome.
What the fuck is that?
Pikuniku. Hang on. Quick rapid fire, or do you want me to...
No, yeah, no. rapid
and Minecraft.
Yeah.
Currently.
What the fuck is that?
That's going to be a big hit.
Once the kids catch on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last movie you watched?
In theatres, Alita, Battle Angel.
Ooh,
good.
And...
Okay.
Look, it's fine.
Ah.
But fuck, people, they don't really try anymore. It also looks like a computer game.
Yeah.
Everyone's raving about how good it looks, and I'm like, but
Sort
it
of
looks
meant
like
to,
a
isn't
computer game.
it? The
Yeah.
giant fucking eyes.
Well, maybe it is, but
Based on
like the
manga and
robots
stuff.
and stuff.
I guess we're getting to that point where it's mostly CGI, so how much different is it from a computer game?
And heavy cliffhangers. I don't think they're going to get a second one, to be honest. But
Oh,
if
I
they
hate-
do,
I
great.
hate that shit.
Warcraft all over again.
Wasn't there
Yes.
that, wasn't there that one, like, was it Percy Jackson or something?
Yeah.
And they're like,
Kinda-
chapter 1, and then it just flopped, and
They
they
got
never...
two. They got two
This is
movies.
going to be the new Harry Potter.
Yeah.
They didn't get 7 movies they wanted or something, but yeah, they got a couple.
Last TV show you watched? The Rapid Fire.
Rapid fire.
Ozark.
I really liked that.
I've just finished that one. Love that. Love Jason Bateman in anything. Watch Game Night, by the way. Great movie.
We watched
what
that in fucking Alabama on
Game night.
on a massive come down,
So good.
and the theater was empty and it was super cold, and we were just in a bad place. If you ask Holly, we saw the worst movie of all time, and I walked out going, "That was only okay. That was a good way to spend a couple of come
Fair
down
enough.
hours."
I really love Game Night. And currently watching Umbrella
Umbrella
Oh
Academy.
my god, the entire internet and TV wants me to watch that. It's just being like rammed
Started
down
watching
the
it.
Oh, look,
throat.
it's got Robert Sheehan in it. So.
Is it great so far?
Nah, it's a really slow first episode.
Okay.
How far in?
One.
One. I got 2 in so far.
How's episode 2?
Not as much as you want.
Fuck me, I just want them to take 20 minutes off.
Yeah, sure.
And there's heaps of room to do that. But yeah, if you want to...
Did you guys ever watch Better Call Saul?
No.
That one was that one where I thought it was going to start slow, but then it just kept going slow. I got 2.5. I abandoned that like 2.5 seasons in. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And like what, like 4 or 5 seasons in now, it's just crossing over with Breaking Bad because obviously the audience has dropped off
Oh, wow.
out of boredom, and they're like, no, wait.
Let's bring it back in. Yeah.
we need Bryan Cranston
Yeah.
stat. Last book you read?
Okay, I'm not a reader, but
Your high school book report.
I literally just got Happy and How Everything is More or Less Absolutely Fine by Darren Brown as an audiobook.
Yeah, audiobooks count.
I
That's
started
how I do
reading
my
that.
reading.
I started reading that about a year ago, and then he finally recorded
Sure.
it, so I'm like, great. I can-
Don't have to read
I don't
anymore.
have to
Thank
read
you.
that. It could be fire fuel for the apocalypse or something down the line.
Podcasts you listen to?
Ooh, it's been a while. Probably
this one.
on YouTube. Does that count?
Yeah,
It would be this one.
The whatever this one is called.
The Legend
podcast.
of.
The Legend of. Law is one I really like. By Aaron Mankey. It's all about like real life myths and stuff. So the last one I listened to was about the Loch Ness Monster, but he talks about like case studies, and then reveals that he's actually talking about Loch Ness Monster, like testimonials and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
it's spooky and it's cool, and it's like, what? We
I'm gonna
really
write
did
that down
Yeah, law is a good
in
one.
my head because I don't have a pen on me.
When you edit this later.
And last song. It's probably in the car right over.
We laughed at the motel and the thing, the baby come on. I don't know. It was in the car.
Yeah, I
And
think
you
I
said
know the
you
one.
can't sing.
And it's-
Come on.
It's literally on in the car every time I get in the car.
No,
So
yeah.
I still don't know
don't-
what it's
That's
called.
why I don't
I
listen
don't-
to commercial radio anymore.
Yeah, I don't put the radio on anymore.
Can't do it.
Spotify gives me all the music ever. And Spotify, like now, I've played it so much because I'm home all the time, just Spotify
Yeah.
on. It knows my music taste better than me. And so if a playlist ends, it just
keeps going.
it just picks songs for me and it just keeps going and they're good.
Yeah.
And like my Discover playlist is now all songs I used to love and haven't listened to on Spotify.
Sure.
So it's just like, hey, you'd really like this, and it's like, oh yeah.
Those algorithms got you
I used
down.
to.
Yeah,
It'll just play the albums I owned in real life. It's like you probably like this. I'm like, oh,
my Apple TV, my Apple HomePod is getting really good at that now as well, because I just
Yeah.
come home and go play music, and it usually starts with something from my computer, and I'm like, oh, can you play something more chill? And then it'll play weird stuff, or grab some of the stuff that I like. But it's always, the more you listen, the better it gets, until it steals your identity.
yeah, those are the rapid fire questions.
Thanks.
That was only 6 minutes.
That's more rapid fire than last time, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
That's a
Well, we
personal guess.
actually have a big list of the Nintendo Direct, which happened last week, and we meant to do this sooner, and it didn't happen. So here we are now.
Still relevant.
I'm happy that I can be here for it, because I was a bit devo that I'm like, I'll come on your podcast. I don't know what I'm going to talk about if you're going to talk about all the Nintendo stuff previously. This is great.
Well, that used to happen to us all the time. We would do one of your old
Yeah.
casts, and then a direct
That
would happen the day after.
The day after, yeah.
And then you're like, well, Bruce is scheduled for the next one, and I just... So there's a big list. So what I'm thinking is, well, I'm just going to read out the topic by topic, and if you don't care about it, just say don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so
if you do care, then we'll
Yeah.
stop and talk, because there's a few in here that I think all three of us are just going to force a conversation if we have to, and it'll
Yeah.
go for 9 hours. Because they did, like, Nintendo didn't even give a crap about half of them. They're just like, oh, this is coming, and then it's on to the next thing anyway.
Yeah.
But maybe we care about those ones even more. So Mario Maker 2 was the first one, the big cold opener.
I'm
Hot
so
opener.
excited. Like, I'm terribly excited. Not only because 3D World is now a skin
Yeah.
in it,
Sure.
but I really liked Mario Maker on the Wii U, but the Wii U is such a piece of shit. And like, I had it I literally had it plugged in next to my computer because I did one stream of Mario
Oh my
Maker
God, I did that too.
one time. And I was like, I like this, but I really don't like the Wii U. The Nintendo Direct happened, and then that very day, I put the Wii U away. It's gone. I'm like, good, don't need you
anymore.
Don't need you
Done.
for
We're
literally
done.
anything anymore.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Super excited. Super excited.
Yeah. You've done a few streams with Mario Maker as well, haven't you, Bam?
Yeah, I have. I did them for a while because when it first came out, before everyone caught on, it was... What is this? My laptop's struggling. Before everyone caught on, it was one of those things where everyone's like, oh, I make levels. Here's a streamer. And they were like flocking, and I was like building a following. And then I let it go for a long time, came back, and there's all these like stream elements and stuff because
Yeah.
people are like, oh, it's a thing now.
Super posh, yeah.
And I started like plugging all those in and doing the thing, and
Well, that's going to be huge on the new one then, I assume.
yeah,
right?
it's going to blow up because
So
it's
people
already a
are-
thing.
If there's all those stream elements on the old one, and that's how many? It's a couple of years old now, right?
Yeah.
The new one going to explode, especially with the sharing of levels and stuff.
Yeah, so
I would imagine it would be a good stepping on point for new streamers is to capture a new audience.
Yeah.
If those newbie, like the old school Mario Maker people don't just like
monopolize it.
dominate.
monopolize, which they
Yeah.
probably will, to be honest. But
It's kind of like when we first started streaming D&D. There was like one professional thing and like a few amateurs, but not anything good. And we're like, oh, let's get ahead of the trend.
Yeah.
And then we stopped, and then
We stopped that.
Now
I
everyone-
was watching one today.
everyone's
Yeah.
Barrow Boys.
Barrow.
Where's the camera? There it is.
like, they're worth the shout out.
Yeah. So that was interesting. For
But
the
there are
live
no tabletop fables, which is the one I'm on.
How do you think the gamepad will go?
Yeah, well,
Like drawing not.
there's
on-
been a lot of like people speculating whether it's just gonna have a different, like, it did show like a bit of a pinwheel
Yeah.
thing, so like you probably hold down with your finger and
Like
the pinwheel
selecting a
comes
weapon
up,
in
so
most shooters
so it's a
now.
lot easier to
Yeah.
select things. But I mean, do they release a stylus for people that are fucking
I think
committed
you
to
can
it?
just use your finger.
I'm sure you could.
Just use your finger. I'm hoping it'll be a little different layout if you are undocked. So those wheels make sense from a like using the controller
Yeah.
sense, but like clicking one and then clicking across wheels, I think pull down the whole thing. Here's enemies, like
Yeah,
the old
yeah,
one
yeah.
would be good. So hopefully there's a difference between docked and undocked, but
Yeah, it could be cool.
it's probably why it's been in development for so long. It's just working out those kinds
Yeah,
of
because
kinks.
Switch has really underutilized the touchscreen. They seem like scared of it.
So, you know, I don't, like
But I guess with the docked feature, it's like you can't use it for that many things.
Yeah, you can't make it reliant on that because you can play half the time in the dockers anyway, aren't you?
And I probably only use the touch thing to type in my username and password for the internet. Because going,
Oh, yeah.
Still dreadful for inputting any type of.
And if anyone's in the room, they definitely will know it if you're controllering it.
that's right. Got
Like,
that.
did.
R.
Well, let's move on, because there's a billion things.
Okay.
Marvel
Come back to
Ultimate
that.
Alliance 3.
Don't
I
care.
care.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I want to play it with you, because I think
Sure.
it's going to be kind of like a Diablo-esque thing, but we're both into Marvel.
Yeah, sure.
And it looks like
Have you
Isn't it
played
a fighter?
Hmm?
Isn't it a fighter?
It's sort of a 3D smash 'em up, beat up hordes of bad guys type of thing.
Have
Right.
you played any of the previous? I've not.
No.
No.
I've never knew it existed until this
Sure.
one.
Okay.
But I watched the direct again today, and I was like, this looks pretty cool. Like, you know, there's a roster of characters I like.
Yeah.
It's got like I said, Diablo-esque hordes of things coming, but like more of a
more just
beat 'em up
beat
than
'em up
like
type
a
of- yeah.
slash 'em up.
Mm,
I was like, I think it looks cool. Hopefully it's not inexpensive, so we can buy it.
If it's inexpensive,
And
why
it's
not?
like,
Give
I
it a
like
try.
co-op games. I haven't played a good co-op game in a while, and that's like a perfect
Yeah.
sort of casual one. So, I mean,
EB
I'm going to talk you
Games.
into buying it.
EB Games 7-day return policy.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
If it
Gotta
sucks.
That's what it's there for.
But yeah, I'm not like ultra hyped, but I think
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
cool. I haven't played a co-op game with you in a while.
Who would you play as?
Oh, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Gotta work
No
your way through the
favourite?
roster.
I mean, I'm a
Half
big Thor person,
Mm.
but I also like Guardians of the Galaxy. So
Yeah.
I think Groot would be a lot of fun. Well, just looking at it, it does look like all of their abilities would be fun, like almost Smash Bros-esque in the versatility, which would make it fun to try them all
Try them all out.
and see which one feels nice,
I
rather than
still-
like the old Lord of the Rings games where it's just like Aragorn is sword, Gimli is sword, but it's different with the axe, and then Legolas
Flat
is just
sword.
OP because he's the only one that has ranged attacks.
Yeah, sure.
Next one was Box Ball in Box Scale. I don't overly care. I mean, it looks kind of fun, but I've never played the
Well,
other
I'll
ones.
maybe finally have a use for the amiibo that you got me. But, nah. Good on you for somehow
People
managing
seem to
make
love
more.
that though.
I don't understand.
It's got a big following. It's
is
just
it
it's just a puzzle game that is a square.
Just a.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cute. Like it's a good-looking
very
little
cute.
puzzle game, but that's. You wouldn't think that those type of games would explode the way that one seems to have done.
I know. You know what? If they release a box girl and what is he? Long box.
Yeah.
Yeah, long box. You could replay as long box.
If they release them as amiibos, fucking yeah, I'll get them. They'll be cute.
What was the next one? The Spring Smash update.
Oh, what a
I
dick
haven't even-
tease that was! Like, we're gonna do an update. You're gonna have to wait for it. I'm like, what? Shut up then. Just
Yeah, they're like Joker's coming soon.
yeah, we know that, mate.
Yeah, no new
Uh,
information.
So that was a bit like, don't put that in the direct.
Yeah, just don't bother.
It's gonna be the time to smash. Well, tell us later. Like, have your own dedicated direct, like you will, and that'll be fine.
Yeah.
I guess if they don't, people just go, "What's up with Smash?"
Yeah,
Where's
you know what?
Poochie?
Yeah, you're probably right. That would probably be it. Absolutely. Just like
It's not Waluigi. Who cares?
we don't have anything to say.
Oh
but
man,
just
the
say
internet will
something.
explode when they release Waluigi.
When?
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 Still winning.
When?
Yes.
He'll be a
You still
bonus
both
Christmas.
still playing a lot of Smash?
No,
Nah.
I put
No?
it down when I finished
Sure.
World of Light, basically.
I put it down when I unlocked everyone.
Hmm.
I was like, I've got no purpose, and I picked it up one more time to play Piranha, and
I
that was
didn't.
it.
I haven't even done that yet.
It's
Well, you
fun.
got super frustrated with the last percent or whatever of World of Light, then, yeah?
Yeah, World of Light was dumb. The whole thing was dumb. It just needed to be 10 hours less than it was.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because it had cool bits and like it had a really cool ending if you ever get there. And then, but it was just there was so many fights and you could power up your spirits and power yourself up and get all these things. And then there were so many fights that were way too easy.
Yeah.
And there's just a
And then
waste of
some
time. You
really
gotta wait for it to
difficult
load
ones.
up. You gotta beat someone in like 20 seconds and then
More loading.
yeah, some were like crazy hard, and then if you came back for them with a certain thing, they were super easy. Like there was
Right,
one with like a
sure.
super strong wind, and I didn't realize you get spirits that make you vulnerable, like immune to the wind.
So then it's just...
And so I was just like,
Sure.
all right, first 2 seconds I have to get to that side, because then it's going to push me this way, and I won't drop into the water because you're sinking instantly as well.
Oh my god.
And I ended up beating it after like 100 tries, and then later it's like resistant to wind. I was like, oh, that would have made that level easier. Immune to wind.
Yeah.
Why you do this?
I did have a great deal of fun playing it with a group of people, though. Like, people on the same skill level as me. Like,
Yeah.
utter shit. It was great fun.
Well, that's what it's all about, but
Yeah.
I haven't had that in a long time.
No.
Hmm?
No.
Because the only people I've played Smash with are people that don't own it. Like, I don't...
And, yeah, and you
just
are...
dominate.
Yeah, if you own it and people don't, then you're...
It's no fun for anyone, including you.
Yeah. Especially, like... Because I've played every one, and they don't change that much.
Yeah, sure.
So, like, it only takes you a little while to adjust to the new bits.
New control.
And then you're already-
People, yeah.
Well ahead of anyone that hasn't played all of them before.
Sure.
And then you play online, and you suck. You don't find anyone your skill level. You find everyone better than you.
Fighters online are always like that. I've never played a fighter online
Oh,
where
man,
I've
I got
even come
embarrassed.
close to competing.
Because they all have nothing else to
Yeah.
do, so that's what they do.
You ever pick up a Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter and try to play that stuff online? It's just you're never going to get anywhere.
It's like
More
going
than
to
a
the
couple hits.
shops on a Wednesday. And you're like, don't you people have jobs?
Yeah.
Where's on?
Next one was Captain Toad. Now it's co-op
Yeah.
and DLC.
Paid DLC as well. Lol.
Was it really?
I'm like, okay.
You paid
all
DLC
right.
on a
There
port.
better be a
Yeah.
lot. Better be a lot of DLC. But so what? Five new levels?
I'm not really sure.
Five new chapters. But then lots of like challenges for the previous ones.
Yeah.
I love Treasure Tracker.
Did you get it on Switch?
Yeah, I've got it on Switch, and I wanted to play the Odyssey levels, but they whack them at the end, so you've got to
Could have played
Oh,
all the way
wow.
through
play the
again.
whole thing. So I got so far, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. I did
I
it.
just imagine you holding a Switch like,
Yeah, I get what you're about. Yeah,
I see what you're doing here.
yeah, okay, Toad.
Not
Playing
into
that game.
I love it though. It looks so good. It always has. It's a great game. The co-op
yeah, I had a lot of
stuff,
fun
like
on the
that
Wii U
was-
version, but I had no inclination to play it again.
Only the Odyssey levels. Seeing them online, I was like, I really want to play those. And I hear they're quite good.
It's just, it was one of those games for me that was fun, but I never fell in love with it. And so I don't want to replay games like that,
No.
even extra
Oh,
levels.
true that.
Like,
But it's like a Sudoku for me.
yeah.
So like one level at bedtime. was
Sudoku.
kind of- Sudoku.
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 Yeah.
Sudoku.
It's like a word find for me.
Yeah, it is relaxing.
Mm.
Bloodstained was the next one. I don't care.
I don't know what that is.
It was like
Why?
no, it was just a platformer. It wasn't a
That was the-
Metroidvania.
yeah,
it was,
okay.
it was just like a
Side-scrolly-
a Castlevania looking.
Okay.
The one that had the
Platformer.
gravity.
Yeah, they're like
you could
rules
switch to
of
gravity and do some weird
rules of
flip around.
platformers and physics don't
Yeah, no,
apply
I've
here.
done, I've done all of that stuff in platformers
Yeah.
before. It's just another of those.
Looks fine.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't care. But yeah, we're flooded with that shit.
The
at
Switch
moment.
has so many of those type of games, and probably a bunch that are going to be better than it anyway. So yeah.
Which brings me to the next one, Dragon Quest JRPG number 1 of the Direct. 1 of 10, I think.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Dragon Quest. There was 2 Dragon Quest announcements. Dragon
Oh.
Quest Builders, which looks like
It's Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah, that apparently is good. I remember the first one being quite good.
yeah.
Did you
It
play
looks
the first one?
it looks
No.
fine.
No.
Looks
I
fun.
booted it up. I'm like, oh yeah, nah, I'm
Yeah.
alright.
And
It
then
just looks
Dragon
like, what, Minecraft with some story elements type of thing? You build and construct and...
Yeah.
To be fair, it looks more fun than Minecraft. Looks a
Yeah,
bit
they
deeper.
kind of did the whole
Looks
NPC
nicer.
villager thing properly.
Properly,
from the
yeah,
get-go.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be fun.
But,
I'm not going to get it, I don't think, because
No.
I'm not 12.
No.
It looks like it's for
Oh,
them.
definitely. Yeah.
And then Dragon Quest 11 S.
Yeah, I'll be
Looks-
grabbing it.
Don't know what
Really?
that is.
Yeah.
A
I know
big
what it
Dragon
is.
Quest fan?
Well, I've played a bunch of the older ones for sure. Haven't played one for a while, and I almost picked up Dragon Quest on the PS4, but just so many other games out similar time, and then seeing it on Switch, I'm like, that's perfect. It looks
Yeah.
great. It's going to be, it's going to be a nice big open world RPG, perfect type of thing. Art style, I've always loved the art style of those
Yeah,
games
it does
too.
look really,
It's,
really pretty.
Same guy that did all the Dragon Ball
and that's
character
why I
design.
don't like it. 'Cause I don't like the Dragon Ball Z character
Sure.
designs. I think they all...
Oh, they all look the same.
The same?
Absolutely, they really do. The main character looks like Trunks with a different sword. It's but yeah, totally. But I'll play it. I've been looking for another game like that for the Switch.
Yeah.
So this was just a right announcement at the right time. I'm sure it's gonna have a bunch of fun. But like most JRPGs, you'll either put 200 hours into it or an hour and a half and put it down and never touch it again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's my problem with this Direct and all of the JRPGs in it. Is like, I can just see they all need 100 hours
Yeah. Oh yeah.
at
Absolutely.
least. And I was just like, I can't even decide between these ones. If I was looking at all of these ones, I'm like, I now don't want any of them.
Sure.
I don't have time. It's a commitment.
Yeah, that's the thing nowadays, isn't it? Trying
That's
to
a lot.
pick up those games. You're like, I really want to play some of this, but do I have the gumption to
Yeah,
sit
like I
there
want to watch
and get all the
someone.
way
I
through
want to
it?
watch someone play it while I go into a different room and make food and
Yeah,
whatever. I just want to see it happen like a movie because it looks really pretty.
sure.
Disney Tsum Tsum.
Wow.
Who's into it? Oh, I'm into it. I don't know.
Okay.
I've
It's
never
an
heard of
odd one,
it.
Right? No.
They're like Disney Tsum Tsum, like you've never seen it before. Well, I've
Well,
never seen it before.
I take it that
fuck is this?
these
Before.
toys are a thing, like a real life plushie.
It
type
looks
of
like
thing?
it'd be massive in Japan,
Sure.
hanging
They-
from like schoolgirls' backpacks.
They
Yeah,
were
yeah.
big here for a little while as well. I remember seeing them all over the place.
Okay,
And I was like, wow.
I'm sure I know.
Cheap way to make Disney merch.
Yeah, they're just like little pillows with two
Yeah.
bulbous things on them. And they're
Yeah.
like, well, that's goofy.
It's cute. I
Okay.
can't believe they made a game out of it, which is a great way to sell merch, really. So, good on them. What is it, though? Is it like... No, I don't care.
mini game thing.
Is it
something.
just all different mini
Yeah,
games?
it
My,
looks
I
Right.
like both times. I watched the Direct when it aired live, and then I rewatched it today, and I just
Went to the toilet.
I just glazed over. I was like, the fuck is this?
It's that game. So
Yeah.
It really is.
Starlink is getting an update, and I want it now. I
I'm
didn't
so
want it
close to
before
wanting it now.
because now they're getting the whole Star Fox team, and then Star Wolf's going to be in
More
it.
Star Fox.
It's just the actual Star Fox game now, right? Like
Yeah, it is the missing
watching-
Star Fox
it
game.
is the missing Star Fox game. Like the last one didn't
So-
do fantastically, yeah. And
Now
now
they're,
this,
they're adding the Star Racing into it, which makes people on the internet believe that whole rumored Retro Studios Star Fox Racing game
Yeah, Star Fox Grand Prix.
wasn't a thing. It was this.
Yeah.
okay.
So I still think they should just give the keys to Star Fox to these Starlink people and go just get rid of all the Starlink shit and do a Star
And just
Fox
do a proper Star Fox game.
and don't do anything but on rails stuff. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Did the direct for the new update show anything that wasn't Star Fox related? No, it was all Star Fox.
Yeah,
related,
yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah.
They're really pushing that.
And it
because
looks
that's the
fantastic.
way
It
to sell.
looks.
I have a
like
feeling-
like a Star Fox game should.
Like
It does
90% of
look
the people that bought the game were Star Fox fans.
Sure.
Yeah. We didn't.
Because-
Star Fox Zero was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
We just need something. Yeah.
That was such a big letdown too, wasn't it? There's so much hype around that one, and then
Yeah.
I don't remember hearing.
I bought the
one person
collector's
play it.
edition with the steel tin, and I played it like 2 or 3
Yeah,
times.
really.
The controllers were just horrible. Like they're
I
just
don't
like
remember
you have
one
to
person saying it was good.
move it this way and this way, and you had to do like, 10 hours of the training missions before you could
Sure.
even
That's
start it. It was just dumb. They just overdid it on the controls.
They cocked up all the story things, all of the like dual path and other characters that would come in and out were completely watered down.
Yeah, sure.
Just play the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, sure.
It's still great.
But Starlink actually looks good now. Oh, and the other thing that makes me want it is that the toys and the packages, because they undersold, they didn't sell enough. They've all they're like half price everywhere.
Oh, really? Sure.
Yeah, so they all came out at 120 Australian, and I've seen it for as low as 50.
And you
wow.
don't
60.
need them. I think you can in-game currency the stuff anyway. You just don't get that like instant.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I don't know if I want the toy
I don't.
because it
Do
looks
you know how big it
huge.
is?
It looks huge on your controller. Like that was what put me off
Fucking huge.
in the
You
first
don't-
place.
But you don't. So you can play the game without the toy
Yeah.
completely. Is
Yes.
That,
Yeah.
Sure.
But the
I mean,
toys
look,
add
might look
add
great.
pilots, which you have to buy as sort of
Yeah,
DLC.
yeah.
So
But
it's-
you can buy them in game anyway.
yeah,
right?
but it's one of those games that came out with like 10 DLC packs to start with.
Yeah, sure.
So that puts anyone off. That put me off big time.
Get a nice couple of ones for the shelf maybe. But yeah, if I don't have to play it with things hanging off my controller, because that looked very cumbersome even
Oh, look
in those
dumb
first
as,
reveal
dumb as shit.
real things, right?
Next one was Rune Factory 4S, and then 5 is on its way. This is another one I just
Another
don't-
jab.
Oh yeah, I'm like, who?
Yeah.
They're like, don't worry, number 5's on its way. I was like, just learnt 4 existed.
The
Core
comments-
S.
Remember when they used to have a Japanese direct and a UK one and an American one? Now we only just get the one. I think that's why we're seeing a lot of this
Oh,
weird.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
animation
Like,
things.
when we were collecting, well, you're still collecting the amiibo, and we found out the
Shram.
Dragon Hunters amiibo existed. I found out in Japan. I was like in the store, just going like,
I told you yesterday that I bought the other two, didn't I?
yeah. I saw them in the store. I was just like, what the fuck? Are these real?
What are these? Yeah.
And I had to like Google on my phone. I was like, and then I messaged you. I was like, there's new ones and they're giant and they're in Japan only. Do you
Yeah.
want some? And I had to find room in my luggage for where are they?
They're those ones?
Yeah, there they
they're
are.
on I don't know if you can see them on camera. Who gives a shit? But they're
No,
huge,
really
and I had
big,
to
aren't they?
find like room for mine and yours.
Oh god. Yeah, the comments when I.
But yeah,
when I
anyway,
watched it
Japan
through,
things, Rune Factory. I don't
Nah.
care.
I was amazed. There was another one that I was amazed that I'd never heard of either, but I'd watched it not that long after it finished on YouTube, and the comments were just full of, "Oh my god, Rune, whatever."
Yeah, I
4
think
and
Wow.
5.
all of these franchises, because they're up to 4 and 5. Dragon Quest up to 11. Fire Emblem is obviously another big one. They've all got massive followings,
Yeah,
and
sure.
probably even massive followings in the West, but just not
Just
big
not us.
commercial followings.
Yeah.
New.
So we just have no idea.
Hmm.
So the next one, Oninaki, again, JRPG. This one looks really cool, but it's just one of those ones, again, it's gonna look, they're like a really deep single player campaign. I'm like, yeah, that's 100 hours.
Yeah.
I know what you're telling me.
Yeah.
And
you
so you're gonna
stream-
wait like with a game like this. I'm at the point now. This could get a 6 out of 10. It looks really good. I'm like, I'm into how it looks.
Sure.
It could get a 6
Ah,
out of
sounds
10,
good.
and someone tells me it's 30 hours, and I would buy it. Whereas if it was 10 out of 10 and they told me it was 200 hours, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I just
Ain't no
don't
one
have the
got time for that
time. Like,
If you streamed that for 10 hours a day, it would still take you a third of a year. Nah.
Ouch.
Not doing
Yeah.
that.
No, thank you.
yeah, the only games I play for that long it's a complete accident.
Zelda.
Zelda, yeah. Well, Zelda, I was always buying day one just because it is what it is. It looked amazing, and nobody knew it was 100 hours when
That
we
was an
bought it.
accidental 210 hours put into that, wasn't it? Yeah. It's like just happy to be there.
And like ESO and Rocket League are the big ones. Stardew Valley. No one goes like Stardew Valley's a 100-hour game, but I probably got close just because like games that I can play a little bit of and get hooked on, and you don't know what that's going to be, like endless games like that. When something's like straight up 100 games, you know it's not going to get good for the first 20.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's tutorial
So
times,
much
man.
grinding
Yeah.
too. I bet
Yeah.
there's so much grinding.
You won't get all of your party members until 50 hours in.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought what was it? Xenoblade Chronicles, the one with the
Yeah.
giant robots. Because like I want to battle in giant robots.
Yeah, sure.
I bought it. I played it. I think I was drunk when I played it the first time. I was so confused, and I streamed it too. And people were like, "You do this." I was like, "This is too confusing for the first hour and a half." And then I learned that you don't get the giant robots till like 70 hours in, and
No,
I put the game. I put the game down and never picked it up again. I was like, "You got giant robots on the box. You give me the giant
Yeah,
robots.
absolutely.
Otherwise, make it a surprise 70 hours in, a reward, and advertise what it is for the first 70."
Yeah.
70
So
hours.
mad.
That's ridiculous.
But yeah, Oninaki, I don't know. It looks cool.
I thought it said Akami 2, and I was excited. And then
Akami
Yeah.
looks cool. That's only like, what, a 3-hour game or something?
Something like that.
I keep meaning to get that. I'm
Fox
going to wait till
Zelda.
it's cheap enough on the Switch. And it's probably cheap enough for me to afford, but when it's like the Switch tax, when something's like double the price to like the PS4 Steam version, but I want it on the Switch because it's easier to play, like, I just got to wait. I got to wait till that's
Wait till
a little bit closer
Well,
together.
I've figured out why that is. Cartridges are more expensive to create, and the eShop isn't allowed to sell it cheaper than cartridges because they still want EB Games and shit to still push their
Yeah.
wares.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
like, clever.
So the digital only games are the ones that are
Yep, they're the cheap ones,
$3.
yeah.
Sure. Makes sense.
Motherfuckers. The Yoshi demo was the next one. Did you play the Yoshi demo
I
yet?
did, yeah. I did.
Thoughts?
What a fucking great game. I'm looking forward to that because it just Woolly World was so good and like deceptively easy to begin with, and then as the levels progress, you get more challenges, and it's still gorgeous fun.
Yeah.
So, and this with the flipping levels and
The trailer looks like it's got a lot of fun boss levels and stuff too.
Yeah, it
Like the
does.
big roly-poly dudes and the...
and this big skeleton dinosaur,
Yeah.
and then just like to be able to go back and casually go and like, oh, go and get me 5 cows, please. Like, cool. I'm looking forward to that, and I bet there's a lot. I bet there's less levels, but there's a lot of going back in looking for stuff.
Yeah, because you could do the levels 4, then you do them backwards and get the poochies, and then...
Yeah.
Like the demo is basically one level. You didn't play it,
I
I
didn't
assume.
play the demo.
Yeah, you play it forwards and you play it backwards, which is just like running backwards and finding
Yeah.
4 poochies, 5 poochies?
3.
3 poochies. And then after you do that, this little scarecrow dude or whatever the fuck he was, I don't
Whatever
remember.
he is. That
He was just
abomination.
like, can you find me 5 cows? So you go back in and you're like, gotta find 5 cows. One thing I did notice, and I found a lot of other people noticed it, so I'm not crazy, is that it needs a bit of a polish. Like there's a bit of like fuzziness to the graphics.
There is a
in the
little bit,
demo.
and there's also
Hopefully
a little
that
bit of
gets like cleaned
weird
up.
lag on button inputs in the menus.
Oh,
I was
Oh, I
like,
didn't
oh, my
notice that.
sync's not out. And then when I was in the game, I'm like, oh, no, it isn't. So I was like, what is going on here? And then you back out, and I was noticing
Yeah, so I'm wondering if they kicked the demo out the door really quickly to...
maybe.
Oh, they weren't
Very
quite
soon
ready?
though, right?
end of March?
Oh, end of March or beginning of March. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got a little bit longer than I thought.
Yeah, so some of the backgrounds look like they need a bit of like
Sure.
HDing, anti-aliasing.
You're playing docked or undocked?
Docked.
Docked as well. Yeah.
And it just needs a bit of
Just
spit
needs a little-
shine.
Yeah, needs that
And I
last
guess
little.
If there is input lag, it might just be like a demo thing, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Just trying to keep the file size small.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And everyone, yeah, because they expected everyone to download it
Mm.
as soon as the direct happened, which everyone was gagging for already. So
Yeah. You'll get it?
yeah, I'll get it. I'm not like
Mate, over 100 costumes to
I'm not
collect.
gagging for it, but it's sort of in
go on
a
that Labo piano fucking costume, which clearly you're going to need to own Nintendo Labo to get.
yeah. They said it in the
Yeah.
trailer.
Fear
They're like, some are going to be hard to acquire, and he's wearing a Labo one. I was
Yeah,
like,
like,
well,
yeah,
I've got
Labo.
Labo, so fuck you.
Yeah.
Scan your Labo as an amiibo.
Yeah.
Donk.
I'm hoping it's just you have the data on your thing because I got rid of mine.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my nieces and nephews to get a Switch and / get old enough to not swallow the entire thing.
Yeah, right.
Then Fire Emblem was obviously a big reveal, and it looks
Skip.
again
So annoying,
200
right?
hours to play
More blue head.
JRPG Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It looks like when all the battles were happening, I was like they're like 3 houses going to war. I was like, I'd watch this movie for an hour and a half. I'm not gonna play
That's
100
it.
hours of it.
No.
That's it. Just wait till someone streamed it all. Wait till someone's cut it down, condense it to a 3-hour video.
So just to do the other side of the fence, is Fire Emblem the one where you can go through the game and you can choose who you're going to be in a relationship with, and people can die forever, and so like there's paths in terms of the story, who makes it to the end and that kind of thing. I believe it is.
I'm not sure. I've never
think it
played
is.
any of them. Obviously, they weren't big in the West again,
Yeah.
but they were just so massive over in Japan that
Yeah.
people go absolutely apeshit for it.
Love them enough to put 28 of the same character in Smash Brothers. So.
I mean, if it's really good and the price goes down and it's getting rave reviews, it's a game I would look at, but
No.
it'd take a lot.
Switch is just being dominated. I mean, like I said, we don't have a separate Japanese direct anymore, so we are getting all of that information at the same time as ours normal ones now too. But
And they're not doing region-controlled games either,
Yeah,
so
sure.
everyone's getting everything.
yeah, it just seems like that's really where most of the market is heading at the moment. There's so many JRPGs coming out all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the console sells big over there too, so of course.
JRPGs for the long-haul players and
Yeah.
Metroidvanias for the casuals.
Yeah.
It's just
Get 'em all out.
I used to play a lot of JRPGs, heaps of them, but I just, like you keep saying, it's just so long. I don't have that kind of
Yeah,
time.
when I was
to
13, I
game
could play
nowadays.
Breath of Fire or Final Fantasy for like 18 hours in a day if school was out.
Yep.
Now,
Saturday, just wake up, play all day, go to bed.
yeah, now I play like Fallout for 2 hours before bed.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, I mean, I could replace that with the JRPG if it hooked me in enough.
Yeah.
Um,
But you
and
just-
then,
there's no
you know, the
progression.
good thing with the Switch is I get a bonus 20 minutes on the toilet
Sure.
in a day, which is nice.
So that takes your game down time to 3 years instead of 2.5.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, the thing is they start so slow. Like, you just have to... If one...
They have to be really,
if you
really
hook,
good.
If you hook me in, I'll stay hooked. Next one was Tetris 99. Have you played it yet? Either of you?
I did. 16th is my highest.
Really?
Twice. 33rd and then 16th. And then I was like, can't deal with the stress.
I got 51st the first time, which really pissed me off. And then I got, I think, 20-something.
It's intense. And the more
I didn't understand the
battle...
blocks.
It doesn't teach you anything.
The
Yeah.
trash blocks.
It's
Yeah, the
good.
trash blocks. It's just like warning, warning, and then brrrr. And the first time it killed me. Like I was just like
For
keeping
so
it
many
low,
people
and then it was just like brrrr, 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 and I was just done after that. I was like, what the?
So when was the last time you guys played? Because I haven't played 99 yet, but I play a lot of Tetris. On other things, Tetris Friends.
Tetris Battle, or the
browser.
Facebook one, or
I know it's a browser-based one, which is an online thing, has lots of battle things, but like smaller scale, 1 versus 4 players and
Oh,
8
that's
players.
dead
and
to you
stuff.
now. When you
Yeah,
get
I
into
know.
It's
Battle
Battle
Royale
Royale.
Tetris, you're
Yeah.
going to be...
So I played a lot. When was the last time you guys played other Tetris games?
1982.
Yeah, sure.
no, I've
Never
played a
got
lot
Game
of
Boy.
Tetris. Not a lot of like competitive Tetris,
Yeah.
but
So
I
the
played
trash-
a lot of.
'cause
So
the trash box
I'm
stuff
good at
understand.
Tetris.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But yeah, it was just.
I played
I
like
just got
Pokemon
wrecked.
Puzzle League, and that has the same
Yeah.
thing. When you get your combos, you send it to
We
player
send it
two.
to others, yeah.
This one's really good because you can choose who you want to send your trash
really?
to. They
Sure.
can choose you. And I've been watching a lot of other people play, and there's like, yeah, you can gang up on them, and then when you get more multipliers, your trash gets bigger and bigger, and you do more damage to them. It's pretty cool.
It's got some.
So there is some strategy to
Yeah.
who you target. I was just like targeting whoever targeted me in the second one, and somehow I jumped up 30 places. So
Yeah.
Strangely big year for Tetris of all games. This is the second big release for Tetris this year.
And the first game on Nintendo Online that plays seamlessly.
Sure.
yeah,
No issues whatsoever playing Tetris online with 99 other people.
yeah. So
That's interesting, isn't it?
that's a good. It's probably a good little benchmark for Nintendo's online service because you get it for free if you're an online subscriber. So obviously now they have a selling point, not just a NES game that you can play on a ROM for free if you
Yeah.
are a pirate, which I'm
Now,
definitely not.
This is definitely live connected with 99 other players. Like it is live.
Well,
Yeah, you wait and you see the number go up and you see all of their screens on either
Sure.
side. So you get like
Yeah.
44
Math.
on each side. No, that's 88.
88.
No, 48 on each side,
Yeah.
which make
96.
96, 49 on each side, which would make 98. And then you're the 99th.
Half of them are on
Yeah.
that
That's,
side.
yeah.
You
49, 49.
Just because.
That's why it's Tetris 99 and not Tetris 100. So you can have equal on the
Yeah.
other side and you in the middle.
Genius.
Just because the only reason I asked is because the other online Tetris stuff goes by previous players' time. So there's a few live games where you actually play with live players.
Oh, no, this
but
is
the other
the
one,
other one,
yeah, sure.
This is
No,
all
interesting.
Yeah, because you see
You
like...
can see them send their shit to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see they
So
get
you
a
see it
Tetris
as it's coming over.
and if
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
targeting you, there's like a line from their screen to yours. And if
Yeah,
they get like a
sure.
little Tetris, then your thing will go up.
Pretty incredible.
Interesting. Damn, that means I'm probably going to buy 2 Tetris games this year. That's
You don't have to buy it, it's
Oh,
free.
no, this one's free. That's
Yeah,
right.
you can be... If you had your Switch here, you could be downloading and playing it like
right
pretty much right now. Right now.
It's very good.
And the other one I'm going to buy is the VR one for the PS4 because it looks
Oh, that-
ridiculous. Yeah. It's
that
just one of those things. It's another Tetris game that looks really well put together, and I can put a headset on, chill out to some music, and just
Well,
freak out with all these colourful lights.
the world's greatest Tetris player or something played it, and like after he got into it, he's like, it's really zen in there.
Yeah.
It's wonderful just
Just
to be
to
able to, like,
zone out, and they're all floating around.
Yeah.
This looks gorgeous. It really does.
Wonder what it's like on LSD.
Oh wow, that'll.
it's a trip you're not coming back.
Yeah.
The next one is Dead by Daylight, which
Nah,
looks like
right.
garbage.
It does
It's
look like it was like a
Friday the 13th
Yeah.
asymmetrical
Yeah.
horror game, but it looks like
I've
it's
seen a couple of
a
streamers
PS2
play it.
port.
Yeah, I've seen a few streamers play it on other consoles or PC. Or
Does it
whatever.
look better, or is it
Yeah,
still...
it definitely looks better. This looks like garbage.
Does it look like a first person on, like a... Does it look like a AAA title on other ones? First party,
yes,
third party.
it definitely looks much better on
Yeah.
everything else that I've seen it streamed on so far. This looks like it's been downgraded majorly.
But it also, like, the gameplay looks like hot garbage to me.
Yeah,
Just, like, chase someone around
I'm
with
not. Yeah,
I stopped watching.
I'm not very much into those asymmetrical fighting things.
Zombie U was
One
good
guy's a
fun,
bad
the
guy.
asymmetry of that, but that was planting zombies and shooting them. That was a
Yeah.
bit more strategy.
Yeah.
This
I
one just
mean, I'm
looks...
sure they're fun with a group if you're constantly rotating
Oh,
the
I,
killer and stuff.
I swear to
but-
God, there's so many people having like a few drinks and a Dead by Daylight night that are having a fucking great time. I have no doubt that if you have enough people that are actually into it, and not like, but it's also the type of game like you'd have a few people and you'd all get into it and you'd have such a great night that you'd have different people and you try to sell them on the game and they're
And
like,
yeah.
this is a steaming pile of garbage. I don't want to play it. Put Smash Bros back in.
Yeah. It's like GoldenEye.
I want to play Mario Kart for the 14th, 100th time in a row. Come on, guys, this is fun. Trust me.
But look,
I've
you
had
can be
that.
all these different killers and things, right?
Yeah. Anyway, next. Next is something we'll like, which is Deltarune.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a no-brainer. That's
For
gonna
me, it
happen.
wasn't because I was completely assured myself that that game was never going to come out on Switch. I played Undertale on Switch,
Yeah.
and then Deltarune came out, and I'm like, this is just going to be a download it from your browser demo thing
Yeah,
to
yeah,
hype up
yeah.
and get money for the rest. We'll never see it. To actually see it on the Switch is awesome, and for it to be free,
And they've,
It's
they've even
great.
said it's like the first chapter.
yeah.
But then the
Yeah.
developer's like, the next one could be years.
Yeah, he's like, I haven't started any.
So the fact that they're calling it Chapter 1, does that mean it's going to be shorter than Undertale?
It is
It's
short.
like- it
5
is-
hours or something,
okay.
I think
Yeah.
they said.
And
Yeah.
I've played probably the first.
Oh, so you,
Undertale.
yeah.
And
Have
I'm
you-
going to start again.
Have you finished Undertale with the pacifist?
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
wow.
the.
Did you do a normal run through first, or did you go straight for the pacifist?
I went straight for that.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
want anyone to die.
I did the
And
normal run first, and it was pretty intense. It's pretty cool, like the whole spoilers of the spoilers.
I assume it's fine.
It's been out for a while now.
I finished the game, and then was like, I didn't get the pacifist ending. Why? And then someone in chat was like, you've got to do the friend stuff with Dr. Alphys. I was like, So, and it let me just go pick up from there, from my last save,
Okay.
go and do the side quests with her, and then do the ending, and then it was another fucking hour of different content. I'm like, I thought it was just going to be like, hooray, you did it. Now look at this ending. It wasn't. It was a fucking another hour of streaming, but it was awesome, and that boss was just the best.
I haven't done the
loved every
pacifist
second of
one, so I'm not really sure what it's about.
Well, I won't tell you.
I'll do it on the Switch, I guess. Isn't there an ending where you have to do several different runs to get to it, like a true ending? I'm not sure. But it's one of those games that's great like that.
Yeah.
Just its self-awareness.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a meme.
Did either
and
of
I
you
love it.
play Doki Doki Literature Club? It looks like a normal.
told me about this
Yeah, it looks
a
like
few
a normal
times,
like Japanese,
Visual novel.
visual novel. Yeah, but it gets like real dark and real self-aware meta to the point where you have to go into your system files at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really clever. It's probably like it was the most amazing game I'd played for a good portion of last year, and it's such a hard sell to anyone because it looks like a girly
looks-
Japanese
yeah.
visual novel.
Even the
But
trailers
like
don't
it comes
give
up
away.
like if you go to the Steam reviews and it's just like I'm not going to tell you anything, just play this game. And
Yeah,
that is
wow.
all the reviews. And then as soon as you start it, it's just like trigger warning, graphic thing warning, and it takes like 4 hours to get to it. And you're just like wooing these girls in this literature club, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And then it goes off the deep end real.
Yeah, really.
And Undertale's got that same sort of thing where like it fucks up your game file, or makes you think it has.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, you can't continue. You killed someone.
Yeah.
You're a
Oh, well,
murderer.
that-
You're not
that
allowed
was-
to do it anymore.
that
You're not
was
allowed to play.
amazing.
And then you can't hit control, like continue, and you're like, what the? And like it looks like it's frozen, and it's never gonna let you play again.
Yeah, I started on the computer when I first played, and I killed Toriel at the beginning by accident because I just thought you had to, and that was the
Yeah.
one you had to kill
Yeah.
to get on with it. And then people were like, "No, you don't have to." I'm like, "Oh, fine, I'll start again."
Yeah, I
You
tried.
start again,
'Cause it-
and the flower goes, "I know what you did." What? It's like, don't think you can just like.
Yeah.
I'm in charge here. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
I did that as well.
It doubles back on itself towards the end of the game as well, which is awesome.
I tried to not kill the first minions, and I couldn't figure out how to not, and then I just killed it and went on killing things after that.
Please play the passive sending.
Yeah,
That
I
end
think I'm going to
boss-
grab it on Switch because I don't have it yet, and then I'm going to grab Deltarune when it's
That
out.
end boss is just,
How great was the Deltarune trailer too with the dogs?
yeah.
Just like,
And like,
it's like
it's
I'm great
not
except
all
this
of them
dog's
yet.
censoring me.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
And then
I started
the
playing it
following
on.
will
Not
not be
contain-
free. Absolutely
Yeah.
not be free. I love it.
I started playing it on PC, but luckily I didn't get far enough to care too much. I'll grab it on Switch because it's just
Is it out now on the Switch already?
No.
Is it out now on the Switch?
not yet.
Oh, Deltarune? No.
Deltarune.
Deltarune is. I've got it in my calendar. I think it's 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not far. I didn't write it down, so I don't know. Damon X Machina was the next one.
Oh, I can have a rest.
It looks cool, and it's got a free demo, which is out today. So I've got the demo.
Sure.
I haven't played it yet. I'll let you know if it's any good. I did see someone post on Facebook about it saying, oh, I played the demo and I realized all the music is heavy metal. Now I'm not interested. And a bunch of people were like, yeah, that makes me put off by it. And then a couple people, I like to call them fucking champions. Are just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Heavy metal is awesome, for one.
Now I'm into
And
it.
it
just
matches-
because it's all heavy metal.
Yeah, like you're fighting in big robot things. Like
Yeah.
heavy metal would
It
fit.
works
Makes
with
sense.
that, right?
No, I'm only going to play it if it's J-pop.
Yeah.
Bubblegum.
I need bubblegum J-pop for my
Fancy.
big giant robot fight.
And every game ever, you can turn the music down and play
Yeah,
your
right.
own music.
Put your own music on.
But yeah, I'll play the demo at some point.
Yeah, let me know what the
this
demo's
week.
like, and then I might try the demo. I'll
Well,
wait.
like
I'm not.
it's gonna have to be amazing for me to buy it because
Yeah.
otherwise I don't care. But a free demo.
Free demo's a free demo.
Yeah, I went through there. It's
I'll
just
play
like
that
there's a
for
bunch of
sure.
things out today that were free on this direct. Yoshi demo, this,
Yeah.
and Tetris 99. So I just grabbed them all three
play-
instantly,
Play Yoshi when I get home now.
so I could prepare for this podcast. And I didn't forgot to play that one. Grid Autosport, don't care. It is
Yeah,
like the
wow.
first
That's
racing sim.
Interesting.
It's nice to see like a proper racer come to the Switch. Like,
Excuse me, are you calling Mario Kart not a proper?
Yeah, no,
racer?
absolutely. It's a kart racer. It's,
Oh.
you know, one's a car racer, one's a kart racer.
Isn't there that shitty Sony Legends or something, or Crash Racing coming?
Oh, yeah. Crash Team Racing. What is it? What is Crash Bandicoot? And
Yeah.
Co. are coming.
That's coming to the Switch.
Sonic,
that coming to the
Sonic
Switch, is it?
Race is coming too.
Sonic Races, yeah.
Oh, really?
It's
They're doing
already-
more
It's
kart
just
stuff.
so optimistic. Imagine being the devs on that team, just
Just
like
remaking their old
doing the
Yeah.
Switch, like remaking it for the Switch, and they're like, what's the point? Mario Kart
Mario
exists.
Kart.
Mario
Yeah.
Kart exists. Some people just want to play as shit characters, I think. Yes.
But like,
When are we getting
low
Mario Kart
IQ
DLC?
8-year-olds, or who are you referring to?
40-year-old men.
Grid Autosport is what we're talking about anyway. But we
Yeah.
don't. Yeah.
I'd rather talk
I
about
used to
Mario
like
Kart DLC.
those. I used to like the racing sim stuff, and I played a bunch of them. But I didn't even pick up the last Gran Turismo and stuff on the PS4, and they were, you know, the best ones.
I forgot they existed, except for Forza being the only exclusive Xbox has when they
Yeah.
don't make a Halo game that year.
Yeah, right. I heard good things about Forza. I won't pick up an Xbox just to play that kind of game.
I've never been into those racing games, and
I'm
I've
not
tried.
interested in a game that's
I've
so
tried-
difficult to play.
yeah.
I could probably play them better now that I know how to drive, but I just
Yeah.
remember as a kid, like, crashing to the first wall. I'm like, I can't power
That's it.
slide. Where are the E's when I go around the corner?
No power up boxes. Come on, I can't throw shit at people.
All right, I'm going to move on. Hellblade was the next one, which I didn't play before, and now I'm keen to play on the
I'm keen as
Switch.
well.
I haven't played it, but I don't want to play it on the Switch because I don't think any of the footage we saw is going to be the Switch footage at all. Mainly because what came after that.
I'm
I'm
convinced. I was like, yeah, this game. That's like a good game with a great story.
Award-winning,
that I think I'd like to
left,
play.
right, and center.
You think-
Go find that on PlayStation 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it
I-
does look like a game that is going to look amazing on everything but the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one
And
thing I remember,
well, luckily the Switch will cost double, so that's
right.
good news for
that won so many awards for facial animations and all sorts of like.
Yeah.
It was all graphical awards, and I think it's going to look. Mainly because of the other stuff I saw on that same direct, like Death by Daylight, and another one we'll talk about in a second. I'm sure it's coming up next. I'm still angry about, but I know this one's not going to look great. And
Yeah.
it needs to look amazing because I think it's going to be.
I've heard nothing but good things about it otherwise.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
yeah,
I
the
think
Switch
I'll-
version, I don't know. I want it because I like playing things on the Switch.
Yeah.
Especially games like that where you know, like, the Switch being able to sleep it is going to be awesome because you
Also
don't know
being
how,
able to-
like...
being able to play with headphones too. That's a good game for that because you hear it in a monologue in stereo,
Yeah.
and it kind of fucks you up as well. So that
Have you played it?
handheld, no, I just remember it when it was a big thing. It was all like, fuck me, the sound design is incredible. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but it did bring it back into my 4 memory, so I think
Yeah.
I will go look for it on the PS4 now.
Yeah, it was
I
one of my
liked God of
forgotten
War.
games. I was just
Yeah.
like, someone told me about it. I was like, that sounds right up my alley hole. And now, then I forgot about it, and now I'm like, yeah, I want it. Yeah, the next one you were going to say Mortal Kombat 11, which looks like hot trash on the Switch.
Looks
as
like
well.
hot
Oh.
trash.
I missed that. Is that?
It literally was about 2 seconds.
Yeah,
They were
didn't
like
show
Mortal
much at
Kombat
all.
They're
back
fucking-
again
Because it looks
after
bad. Yeah.
after all these years and on the Switch, and there's new fighters and Unravel 2, and it was like so quickly into
Yeah.
Unravel 2.
Because it looked like shit.
And because it's just having a big release on all the other consoles now, and to say like it's going to be on the
kinda
Switch
soon.
later, more
Yeah.
expensive, and looks like garbage. So
And it's funny too because all of the marketing for everything else has been just the really sexy FMVs and then like the fatalities and all the really good looking parts of it. And then they just like showed Scorpion throwing a thing and they just moved away from it like no, don't look over here.
Mortal Kombat, for all of its graphic violence, has all and it might be because it's one of the first games we bloody had as a kid.
Sure.
Always struck me as a kid's game because it just seems like one of those games, and I'm sure there's a big competitive fighting industry that's going to be really mad if they ever hear this. But all the super gore, it just seems like something kids would like.
Oh yeah.
Like ripping their faces off. You're like, you know, kids that like WWE, and there's probably a big wrestling community that will get mad hearing that too. But you know, just like that real like violence for the sake of violence, just always seem way like really
7
campy. Like I haven't played any of them since
I
3.
played 10 when it came out in a group of another 6 or 7 dudes, all drunk, and on a projector screen because we all played Mortal Kombat 3 back in the day. And well, you play it once or twice, and you
That would be a
desensitized.
fun experience, yeah,
and
drunk.
That's the best time, the only time to play those games because you'll go whoa when someone rips a face off.
Yeah,
a new
like when you
fatality.
watch wrestling, you want to be a couple beers deep, going
yeah.
and just get into it. Like if you're not getting into it, you can't take it seriously.
Absolutely.
Like,
And
but
then
if you're not taking it seriously, you can
I
have fun
probably
with
tried
it.
to play it a few more times at home by myself, and you're like, oh, I'll play through the story. Story was okay. It doesn't do the same thing at all. Then you play it online, and you go, I'm never playing this game ever again.
Yeah,
You play 3 fights online, you go, nope.
Nope.
But the new one has
some
Cabal
people
in it,
at
so-
home taking it seriously, and you're just like,
Yeah.
well, come on, it's Mortal
Absolutely.
Kombat, man. Like,
The customization of the characters now, though, is pretty incredible. Like all of the little set pieces you can put on them and change their move sets, and that's pretty. If you were into it, I imagine that would be pretty cool.
I guess fighting games had to evolve. They've been around for so long.
Yeah.
You can't just
Yeah,
have
we
the
could-
same.
we could make
Basically
custom-
Mario Kart 8 with Mortal Kombat.
we could make custom WWE wrestlers back in 1999.
True, this is true.
Remember those
Oh,
disgusting
WWE, NWO.
cluster of polygons that you
Yeah.
could create?
We had some
That was the
great
best.
games. We made some awful looking characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't believe it's still going. When it first got announced, like Mortal Kombat 11, Mario Kart, I've got MK. Mortal Kombat 11, I was like, damn, really? 11? People still, all right. no, cool, good for them.
I think
And it
they
got so
released-
hyped up.
They
like,
released 10 a couple of times.
they did like a
too.
big event and stuff. Like it's got to be
Yeah,
huge.
I watched that.
Just I don't care.
I watched that
Why?
fucking thing. I don't know. It's probably just the childhood going, yeah, Mortal Kombat was a thing.
Well, again, Mortal Kombat 3 was the big one. Like we had the early ones, and we played a lot of them. But Mortal Kombat 3 was sort of right at that age.
Yeah, when
I
they
was-
first turned like 3D and you could like
Yeah.
shuffle around on
No,
like the
that was
Z-axis.
number 4. That was the next one.
That's
That
tactics.
4 had weapons and stuff, and you could do the.
Oh yeah, that,
But
that
before that,
crappy
3,
scimitar that you would get
yeah.
at like Liu Kang.
And then I saw Cabal announced on Twitter for the new Mortal Kombat. I'm like, that was my dude, man. Back in the day, Mortal Kombat 3.
I just
doing my
remember
little
our
spinny
family
moves.
friend Shane who could
Yeah.
do a 40 move combo
Oh,
and literally beat anyone that ever played.
yeah,
against
he was
him.
that kid that learned one combo, but that's all.
I wonder how he would have done on like a competitive stage because I remember the
Sure.
fight would start and if he got that first dash
he-
move
yeah.
on you, you were dead. Like
Yep.
he almost mastered like the whole full bar combo. Anyway, Unravel 2. Did anyone
Yeah,
play
thanks.
Unravel?
I
played a bit.
I played the first one, and I've got the second one, and I got so bored of it instantly.
I feel like I've got at least one of them on the PS Plus store. Yeah,
One of them was
Yeah,
great.
Rebel.
Might have been two.
it just
I
looks
had
like
it,
Little
I
Big
didn't
Planet, but kind of different.
Oh, it's
And
one
you
of
know,
those.
it feels the same too. He jumps floaty like Sackboy, and
Sure.
he's made of yarn like Sackboy, and
So what's new in 2? It's just there's the two player.
dudes, yeah.
But you can play with those by yourself and you.
Or with a friend.
Sure. Okay.
Co-op would be great if my girlfriend played games. Those would be
Those
the
type of
perfect,
co-op,
the
yeah.
perfect type of game to.
Nice floaty platformer.
But she's not into it.
And it looks pretty. It looks like Pikmin,
Yeah, it looks really nice, but
but who cares?
just floaty platformers, like who? There's just so many.
There's so.
Like if you're gonna pick a platformer, pick Yoshi,
Yeah.
pick Donkey
Get
Kong.
the weight of your character right, please.
Yeah. It is a thing made of yarn, though. It's supposed to be a bit floaty, right?
So is
There is no
Yoshi.
weight to the character.
So is Yoshi now.
Well, you're true.
Shit.
I wrote Arse Creed. Assassin's
it-
Creed 3, which kind of
No,
looks.
Arse Creed, I think,
Kinda
is
looks
right.
like arse.
It also looks like arse.
They've like remastered it for other consoles and then demastered it for the Switch.
That's the most.
They're calling it a
annoying thing to
remaster.
me.
It looks like the original, probably.
So I get to no. It looks worse than the original. I played that on. Yeah, it was still PS4. That might have been one of the first ones for the PS4. Was okay. Pretty solid game. Tried something different by
Where
being
where is it ranked in the series? Like,
out
is
of
this
the
the first
15
one?
Assassin's Creed
It's
games?
the first one coming to the Switch, and is that a good choice?
No, I don't think so. It's an okay.
Because
Creed
you're a
game.
big Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed. He's got all the statues and everything.
That's my collection. I've got all the Assassin's Creed guys. It's probably one of the only things that I guarantee pre-order when new one comes out, so I can get the statue. I've just always loved that series. They should have gone with one of the Ezio. There's like 2 or 3, not the first one, but probably 2 and 3. There's 3 games with Ezio and the Italian assassin. Everyone loves them. They're the core game. Up until the 2 recent games where they've gone more RPG with it and having dialogue elements that actually make differences to the game world and whatnot. Either go with the early ones, either go with the new ones. They've picked this. It was a weird transitional period for the Creed game too, because they tried to get away from the jumping across rooftops thing to now you're in Civil War America and there's no real tall buildings for you to jump around. You're jumping through trees and doing all this other stuff, and it was fine. Added some cool stuff to the game, but it's not the one they should have led with for a new console. The remaster, I get the remaster for free because I pre-ordered the last Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and the remaster looks fantastic on
PS4.
everything else. It looks like pixels. It looks like it looks like chunky polygons on the Switch, and that's just disappointing.
Another one you're hoping they might clean it up before it actually comes out. Hopefully.
maybe
but
that was early footage, but I
I don't
doubt.
think the direct is the place for early footage. I reckon that's what we're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Why would you lead with that? Why would you want to show that off if that's not what's coming out? I don't know. Not the right game. Not polished enough. I mean, it's cool to see it go into different systems, but they tried that with mobile games and stuff, and everyone hates everything that they've done that wasn't on the PS4. Like they did a couple of PSP and Vita games, so handheld games. Everyone hated them too because they were just stripped down. They didn't look anywhere near as good as they should have. Didn't play like they should.
Yeah.
You lost a lot of core elements from that type of stuff. And
Yeah, I guess for people that only own the Switch, it's a good thing. The rest of us that have everything,
yeah.
pass. Get it on PS4
I
for
might play my remaster on
$8.
PS4. Yeah, and that's probably the part that made me the most angry at seeing it come out on the Switch. Is they just released or just announced the remaster, and that's either out or coming out very, very shortly. And the remaster looks fantastic.
this is the remaster, but just demastered.
Yeah, the remastered
After
then
remastered.
demastered. Why would you do that?
Are we going to move on to Final Fantasy VII, which is out soon, which is nice. They did say they're bringing them all out.
Yeah.
All but 8.
Yeah, right.
The lost one.
The lost one.
And then Chocobo's whatever.
And
Mini
9 is
dungeon,
out.
mystery
9 is
dungeon.
out now.
9 is out straight away.
Yeah, Chocobo first. Does anyone care about
Oh,
Chocobo's
sorry.
dungeon? All buddies or whatever the fuck it is.
Not really.
I've
I
never
wasn't
played
into
it.
the side games.
And then, 9 is out now.
9, yeah.
He talked so seriously during this bit too. And one of the most beloved RPGs. It's like, the music changed, his pitch shifted. It was like, mate, get your hand off your cock.
They needed to change up the something so it wasn't just all the way through, I guess.
Unless this is news about the remake, shut up.
Yeah.
Release it.
Oh, we're not getting news about the remake for a while still.
No.
And is that coming to Switch?
Yeah.
You'd
That's
assume at
why
this point,
Cloud
right?
is in Smash.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what everyone thought. And if they're doing it in chapters, I guess there's not really much reason. It might look like
Who knows what they're
hot
fucking
ass,
doing
but
now.
No, it's gone through several different models already, hasn't it?
and they're bringing
ridiculous.
every other one except, or everyone up to 10.2, I think it was.
12 is coming
12?
12. If it
Is it
isn't
really?
already, Exodus, what are they calling it?
Zodiac.
Zodiac
Age.
Age.
Yeah,
Um,
it's cool to see it back.
have you played any of the ports or remakes of the stuff like 9? Because this is
No.
the same. This is the same port as the mobile
PC
and
one, yeah.
PC
Yeah,
stuff.
9 is one I could get behind playing a second time finally now.
Yeah.
I've not
Yeah, I
never
think I
been
might
interested
grab it on the
since.
Switch.
It's
I never
great.
finished
love
it because
9.
our
I
disc
really
was
did.
scratched when we were
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah.
and you'd get to like
Certain point.
third disc and it'd freeze.
Oh.
And only like
Freeze on
85 hours
FMV,
in.
I think too. Freeze like went to a video, a really gorgeous like one of their airship videos, and then just stopped.
Right.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
I picked up this port on the PC and was a bit disappointed with it. So I don't know, maybe it's just the nostalgia because I really loved that game.
Yeah.
The 8 port on PC was similar. Like,
Yeah.
the music went all wacky and
Yeah, they lost a few sound effects in the PC port, like when the enemies died, they wouldn't make a noise like they did in the original. Like, there was just a few little tiny things that you're
Yeah.
like, that's not right, and that's not right. And then they had these really good-looking 3D models in 9. The character models were all redone, HD, looked lovely, but all the backgrounds were still the exact same from the original. So you had this weird disconnect between your character
Yeah.
walking across this very
Well, did you know they invented an artificial intelligence to do the backgrounds now?
Ooh, really.
I don't know what that means, but I just read this thing like an AI was created to make the backgrounds for Final Fantasy 9.
For the okay,
I'm like, okay,
sure.
all right, good. What do you mean?
Yeah, well, how does that
Saving
work?
it as a higher resolution? I don't know.
That just sounds like an algorithm to
Yeah, it's just
replace
like
texture
it's
with
like
other texture.
Photoshop droplet, right? You drop it in, and it like upscales it with nearest pixel,
Mm-hmm.
and then exports it again. Save as the same file. It's not artificial intelligence, guys. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Codex.
Yeah.
I did read that the port is exactly the same, like bugs and shittiness
and
in
all,
all
yeah.
from the
Right.
PC version.
So that
They
means that
haven't
all those
fixed
sound
it
effects
for the
are gonna be-
Switch, so
excellent.
But they can patch it, right?
yeah, they can.
will they?
but Will they?
Will they, though?
If they haven't
That's the
patched the
thing.
Steam one now,
True.
then yeah.
Worth a play, especially for those that haven't played it or
Oh, new to
loved
the
it.
series, yeah.
Yeah, like some of the best games. I really loved 9. 7, 8, 9, where I first got into the series and then went both ways,
And
kept
a
going,
lot of
went
people
back.
feel 9 is the best one as well. 7 is like the god one because it was first out the gate for us.
Yeah.
9 is like the best one for a lot of people because
And
it's like the older ones. It's back at its roots.
I'd still go with 8, but
Yeah, 'cause
that's
8
all nostalgia. That's
8
all,
went all like techie and
yeah.
stuff. And
But
well,
8
not,
was,
and then
8 was
9 went
the
back to
first-
like
the
sort
first
of
one I dug
fantasy.
into properly, and that was
Yeah.
where I fell in love with Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I don't think I finished any of 7, 8, or 9, but I played heaps of all of them,
Yeah.
which is crazy as a kid.
Again, very long games. If you could
Oh my
rip
God,
through
just,
them or
just hold.
here again. Dogs. Works.
They're annoying.
Yeah, very long games. You can rip through them pretty quick if you want, but you could spend a lot of time in all those games if you want to.
Yeah, I played the card games a lot.
Oh yeah, Triple Triad, man.
When I was
Final
a kid.
Fantasy 8.
So much. I played so many hours of that, probably more than the actual game.
Oh my god. No.
The
just
next
started playing
next
14.
one was one that they sort of teased as being the last thing was Astral Chain, and they showed very little of it. Just a weird sort of
Oh, the two players
Look like
fighting
a-
together.
looked like a bit of a Neon Genesis meets Resident Evil type of thing.
I don't know.
And then he said something about, you might have noticed the two characters were
Battling
look like they were
together.
Battling together.
I bet you'd like to see more.
That's just what co-op is, isn't
Platinum
it?
game? No. What is this?
It
Astral
was one of the very last ones.
Yeah.
Is it the platinum? The platinum one?
Platinum, maybe? Yeah.
Platinum games one?
Yes, because they were like, oh,
Action
speaking
chain.
of, you would like to see Bayonetta, but you're going to have to wait for that. Speaking of Platinum.
There we go.
So what?
But
Two
yeah,
people
it's-
tethered by a chain, maybe, or
No, it just looked like there was a guy and a girl that it all looked like Neon Genesis-y without them having super suits.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, yeah.
Again, so many of those things floating around now.
Action, whatever they call them.
I mean,
I just feel like
it's such a weird way to show what I assume is a new IP, unless
Yeah.
because they're like, you might have noticed them fighting together. Would you like to see more? What?
Are you going to show me more?
you're going to buy this.
You
because
haven't
it's
made
platinum.
me care about this. Like, it looked kind of cool, but you only showed me like 20 seconds of
Yeah.
some monsters that look cool, and there's no gameplay and no story.
Just make Bayonetta 3. Just finish that, then work on new shit while I'm playing that. Because they look the same. They don't, but it's the same. They do the same thing.
It'll be the same game with a fresh skin on top, yeah.
It looked like if
What should be the next
Bayonetta, but with another person in there at the same time.
it was like a teaser of something. If it was already out and I saw that teaser, I would go look at more.
Yeah, sure.
But there's no more.
It's
So it just
something
annoyed
to
me.
direct you towards a trailer, an actual
Yeah, I was
trailer.
just like, oh, well, now I'm going to have to wait for this. I'm going to forget about this. And I would have, or you did.
yeah.
Your Exhibit A. Like,
That's-
what was
that's how
that? Yeah, I
bright
forgot
and
about
drawing
that.
little snippet was for it.
And the last one was Link's Awakening, which was just very exciting for me.
I can't be any more excited for it. And
I love the way it looks. I'm seeing a lot of people don't.
I'm
on
seeing
the,
a lot of
the old
hate
internet.
too.
so many people are like, it looks shit.
Oh,
Why?"
it looks like
but
stop
it looks
motion. Looks
like,
like
it
claymation.
did
Yeah.
on the Game Boy. It looks like,
It looks like we imagined it to be
yeah,
like.
especially
from
when
the
they
Game
look at
Boy.
the photographs.
Yeah,
like, When you
absolutely.
look in the, when playing those games.
It's also just like if it looked like Breath of the Wild, it wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't take a top down and make it look.
No.
Like, you don't know. Like the people that are complaining about how it looks genuinely don't
Didn't-
have an idea of what they want it to look like.
Sure. And I don't think they played the original. I think a lot of those people that don't like the art style are used to modern games and want more modern games and never played.
There's a
never
bunch of
sat there
people
with
that
a
have
Game
played
Boy.
the original that
Well, there's-
are complaining about it. But I mean,
they're all the same
there's no
dickheads who
point complaining.
complained about Wind Waker and how that looked. And look,
And
they can
gorgeous.
fuck off.
Yeah.
And then it was
I
funny because
love
when they
it.
got announced, a bunch of people were like, "Oh, why would they take the art style this way?" And then after people had played it, everyone was just like, "Now everyone wants it on Switch."
Yeah, absolutely.
These are the same people that were like, "Fuck cell
Yep.
shading. This is crazy
Yeah.
cartoon." They were like, "Bring Wind Waker to
Yeah.
Switch."
I think it's great that games like that. There's a few games, Final Fantasy is another one, that will take the art style completely in a different direction for the next game just because. Zelda can keep doing that forever if they want to, and I will buy every single one of them.
This is the perfect one too because I haven't played it since like I played it.
Yeah,
Like I didn't.
sure.
Like I played it as probably maybe around the 10 to 12 mark on Game
Yeah.
Boy, and then
3 years
I
ago.
reckon
Yeah, I
on
played it
the
a few
Game
years
Boy.
back on an emulator.
No,
Not the
I
same
haven't,
though.
I haven't played it since, and I don't have that like huge like love for it.
Sure.
So once I do get it, I think it's going to start triggering that really old nostalgia.
Sure.
And I really just want to play it now, but
I would love.
I'm
they
going to
can-
hold out for the remake.
If they decide to start remaking those Game Boy Color years games in this style or similar styles, I'm down with that.
Oh yeah, move
Pump
it,
out
move it all
a
the way
bunch of them.
through. Go Oracles, go Seasons.
Yeah, that's it. Pump out a bunch of them, make it more 3D, do all this stuff. It looks gorgeous.
Do all the old top downs in this exact style, and I'll buy them all.
Yeah.
Most importantly, I think. Do you remember Pokemon Rumble? Pokemon Rumble? Pokemon Rumble U? Rumble World? No? Anyway, it looks like they were the first NFC things Nintendo did. It's like a trial thing. They made these Pokemon things in these tiny little toy chibi versions of the Pokemon. It looks like that. And if they make mini amiibos,
Heard it here first.
I will fucking go to town on that. And even if they're in blind packs.
Yeah, sure.
Amiibos in blind packs. Because that's what the Pokemon Rumble ones were. They were all blind
Packs. Yeah, wow.
And
You're allowing.
Well,
You're asking
everyone's-
Nintendo to do something very.
Everyone's asking their
dangerous here.
governments to sue over loot boxes, and you're like, put them in blind
more
packs.
blind
Loot
packs,
box
yeah.
me up.
I want every single character that's in that game
in a
as a
Minibo.
And you want to have like a reason to have 3 of them. So you want them in the blind packs.
I want them in the blind
So you can
packs.
justify your hoard.
Yeah.
I trade my blind pack stuff with the people that work at my EB Games. They're really cool about it. Taking blind pack stuff and go, hey, I've got this one. Everyone got it, that one. Good little trades, man. They're great.
cards. It's good because you have to open them to see what they are, so I won't keep them in boxes.
Sure. You have to open them, yeah.
But you'll choke on them
If they
because you
don't-
have a tendency to put them in your mouth.
If they don't do it, I'll be really upset. Might boycott the game.
I dusted them all recently, so
Oh,
I can
good.
do that.
That's how you dust them.
At a spit bucket. I have a bonus one written down, which was Silk Song. Hollow Knight 2
Oh yeah.
is coming out. That wasn't in the direct,
No.
but it came out a day later.
Yeah.
Basically,
no,
Team
no.
Cherry just like, oh, we missed the direct deadline. Here's a thing.
Here's our.
That looks nice. But
looks great, but no.
Hollow Knight, and I had this conversation with you, was one of those
Yeah.
ones that everyone just fucking went apeshit over, saying it was the best Metroidvania. I played it, and I liked it. I played it all the way through, but I didn't love it. Like, I didn't fall in love with it. Like, the story's kind of just weird and chopped up because you're always going back and forth and you're absorbing at different bits, but it's
Kind
like...
of how Metroidvanias are, though, in most
Yeah.
part. They are.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
the characters are just sort of weird things, and they're
Yeah.
not...
I-
There's no real cohesive story that, like, grabbed me in any way. It was just
Sure.
like, they're all ambiguous spirit bug things. They tried to keep it, like, ambiguous and spiritual sounding, but it, like, just made it sort of wishy-washy for me, and...
I like the world
It looks-
of the lore.
yeah, it
and
looks
I
nice, it
fell in
sounds
love with
nice.
it in the beginning. It was the Metroidvania backtracking and like blindly going into areas that you just go, fuck. Like when dying is so much a part of the game and you go all this way and you're taking all this effort and you die 28 times on the way there, only for it to say, fuck you, go back, you can come back here later. I'm like, oh, that happened to me too much.
Yeah.
I take it nobody's played Bloodborne or Dark
I ended
Souls
up-
then.
I ended up
Dark
playing
Souls.
Hollow Knight with
Bloodborne.
like with a
Brilliant.
guide, just because I was not enjoying it otherwise. And I was
Sure.
just like, you look at the map and you're like, there's a little grey area here, 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 here. There's like 7 of them, and one of them's the right way, and it'd be like the last one because it's the furthest from where you've just gotten the skill, which you need
Yeah.
over here, and then you get skill from over there, which you need over here. And if you don't use the guide, then you're gonna check all those areas
Yeah.
every
No,
single
thanks.
time. And I was like, nah, I can't. I don't get how everyone's loving this. Like,
I just couldn't. But
the downsides to me were just enough to like, and I played all the way through with the guide, maybe a lot less furious.
Yeah. I watched a bunch of like the lore stories explained, like after all the DLC came out, and it's like, here's the story, and this is where this person is, and this is what this queen is all about, and I loved that shit. I'm like, the world building in this game is great. The game itself is not my jam, so I'm not interested in.
I'm gonna cut all this out though, because Team Cherry are actually from this city,
Yeah.
so we could get them on maybe one time. So, how good was Hollow Knight? I can't wait for Silk
amazing,
Song.
yeah.
That's what's gonna stay in the
Represent
podcast.
Adelaide. Let's do this. Can't wait to play that.
Yeah,
guide.
well, that was the whole direct and a little bit more. Before we go, we have a one game that we play. I don't know if you watched all the way through the
No.
podcast.
That's it.
It's called Big Dick Energy.
Oh yeah, I've got heaps of it.
Yeah, well, you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
No.
Confirmed. I win.
No, we picked 3
That's it.
characters.
Okay.
I'm going to show you on the screen.
Sure. Okay.
And you're going to tell me which one you think, based purely on the energy they portray, is big, which is small, and which is in the middle. You have to pick one of each.
Okay. Let me just clarify. Big dick energy. That's You don't necessarily have a big dick.
Yeah.
You have big dick energy.
But if they have big dick energy, we're just going to say they've got the big
Assume
dick.
they've got the biggest
Yeah,
dick.
yeah.
Right.
And
got
if they've
it.
got the small dick energy, you're going to give them the small dick. And if they've got the average dick energy.
Got it.
This one of them I think is obvious. But because we're going to keep it a Nintendo theme, we're going to go the core A-team Nintendo. So
Sure.
we're going to Mario. We got Mario, we got Luigi, and we got Yoshi. Who's big, who's small, and who's in between.
Who's just
Okay.
average.
And you can't really account for the species.
No, I won't.
Because
And
maybe Yoshi's got the biggest, but it's still
Flat.
small
Maybe
on the
that's
scale
lazy,
of dinosaurs. He's got that average dinosaur dick, but it still might be 12 inches.
I think Yoshi's got the small dick.
That's why he's got a big
Because-
tongue. Sorry.
Clip that if
Because
anyone's in there.
Because his games are quite childish and simple. He's got his easy out. Just as long as you eat it, you're fine, mate.
Yeah, well.
Um,
But then you've got to say Luigi doesn't have a small dick.
correct. And I've got a good reason why. He probably has. I'm not going to give him the big dick. He's got medium dick. He fucks with ghosts, man, and he's pooing the whole time. But he's doing it, and it's dangerous. So I'll give him that. He's also got slippery legs. So when he's when he's like platforming and stuff, he's not fucking about. It's hard for him to do
Yeah.
what he's doing with those slippery fucking legs.
He's a tall guy.
And he's tall.
You think maybe that actually doesn't hold up in any sort of biology, but
Yeah.
he's tall.
And Mario's definitely got the big dick because fuck, look where he's been.
Yeah, he doesn't hesitate to do anything.
Nah.
He's just like, oh, there's a giant dragon. He's got
Yeah,
my woman.
I'll climb
I'm
that.
gonna fucking
I'll
get
find
that
its
back.
anus and spin him. It'll work out for me. I'll eat anything. He's been balloons. He's been a fucking bee. Like, yeah,
He's throwing parties. He's organising racetracks. He's basically the Elon Musk of the Nintendo world. Just there.
Right?
He's got his fake doctorate. No doubt. Did that online.
That's true big dick energy. Just rocking up, going, I'm a doctor
I'm a
now.
I'm a doctor. These pills should
Eat a
clear it
handful.
right up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, if they didn't get rid of the virus, you didn't put them in the right spot. So that's on you. I gave you the pill, but you didn't do the right thing with it.
Swallow
I'm a
them-
doctor.
Swallow them right.
Well, there you go. Mario comes away with the big dick for this round. Who were the past ones? We had Wario in the first week.
Wario was the first
You
one.
decided on
Versus who?
Waluigi and Bowser. We had Bowser at the small dick energy. Because why are
'Cause you
you
can't-
trying to
you can't
constantly
have a
trying to
full throat,
kidnap a woman if
Yeah.
you've
True
got a
that.
hog?
I quoted
And then
it.
we had Link, Tingle, and Ganondorf.
Yeah.
And you gave Ganon the
Ganon.
big dick.
Ganon's got the big dick.
He
And
just
Link the average and Tingle the little one.
I don't know. It
That-
takes quite a bit of big dick energy to wear that
to where
outfit.
Tingle's out.
Tingle
such
might
confidence.
we actually said he might have been
Might actually be a-
hermaphroditic.
No, I said Castrati. He might
Castrati.
Okay.
right.
Yeah, just it's his thing.
So the goal is to find the biggest dick in the gaming world.
So we're gonna
We'll
have,
have
big
a-
dick,
we'll have a playoff.
Big dick
showdowns.
off.
Yeah.
The big, dick, off.
finale. Got to be there for that.
Well, that was
Cast your votes.
chapter 3 of
Whee!
The Legend of with Maz from Extremebeyond. Don't forget to check twitch.tv/Extremebeyond is your main thing now.
It is.
And youtube.com/Extremebeyond.
For Vlogs Series 2 will kick off in about a month.
Awesome.
Cool. I saw you did a few live driving.
Yeah, that was fun. Just time killer and data
Eater.
data eater. I just wanted to see how it would go and service the YouTube because I'm not allowed to stream on YouTube anymore. Being an affiliate of Twitch, I can, but I can't
You can't dual
stream. It has to be exclusive to
sure.
Twitch. You can go on YouTube later, but it has to be 2 days or something like that.
Yeah, 24 hours I think it is.
24 hours. So I just wanted to give YouTube a bit of love and remind them that I'm on Twitch. But it was a good way to kill an hour drive and an hour back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, nice.
I didn't
As well.
see it live, and then I saw it later, and I mean, I love you, but there's
I
no way
think-
I'm watching an hour of you driving when it's not live.
It was riveting.
If there's no chance of you crashing, then
riveting stuff, and there
I'm not
was
going to watch it.
heaps of chance of that because my phone kept sliding out of the.
Yeah, mine does that.
Totally
It, like,
safe.
I've
Love
got the little clip, and then it will just tip,
Yeah.
and like, if I'm watching maps, it'll tip and then it'll be behind the steering wheel and I can't see it, so I've got to like look around my steering wheel or move it. And
Drive responsibly.
yeah, don't do that. Well, let's call it there.
Awesome.
Thank you, Internet. Don't forget to follow the Playbelt on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. You doing the monthly videos still?
Yeah, I should get back into that. I've been very slack with that, but it's been a very busy household at the moment, so...
Yep, and for more BAM, check out twitch.tv/tabletopfables. Mine is youtube.com/BamBrightside, and if you're not on Twitch, this is twitch.tv/BamBrightside. And these try and go up Fridays and stream whenever we have the chance. So just follow it and you'll get the notifications.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hit that bell.
Boy.
Thank you, Maz.